It's about 100 miles north of Columbus, Georgia, in East Point. There's a modern dance company with a rich history. It's called the Ballethnic Dance Company, founded by Nena Gilreath, who eagerly gives deference to her mentor, Mozel Spriggs, who is turning 100 years old. You're going to meet Nena today. I want to bring in Nena this afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
You know, does one know when they're born they're a dancer, or when did you know this is who I am? I'm going to dance.
I knew it very early. I was always dancing, always kicking up my legs in the stores. In fact, my mom would say, when we go into the stores, please do not kick your legs because you end up kicking me. I knew I was a dancer.
Wow. Tell us about connecting with Miss Spriggs.
Oh my goodness. Miss Spriggs, the day I met her was the joy of my life. It was on Martin Luther King's birthday, January 15th, 1990. Everybody in Atlanta said, if you're going to start this black ballet company, you have to talk to Mozel Spriggs. She is the one doing the things in Atlanta, making all the dance connections. So we called her and she said, come right on over, Nena and Waverly. So it was my husband. He wasn't my husband then, but we went over and we met her, and the rest is a beautiful history.
Well, you know, it's one thing to meet her. It's another thing to say, I'm so glad I met her. What made you know that I made the right connection?
The right connection was that Miss Spriggs, she brought us in and taught us all the early parts of starting a business. She helped us to set up our first board of directors. She was the chair of the board. She gave us a job teaching at Spelman, the Spelman College, teaching dance and also teaching dance for the college students. She just gave us access to all of the people that she knew in Atlanta, and that's everybody. And she also introduced us to famous people like Judith Jameson and people that we would have not met had it not been for Mrs. Spriggs.
Wow. Now, dancing is your love, and you teach ballet. Where do you find ballet dancers in the dirty South? You know, where
oh, they are everywhere in the dirty South. So that was really what the joy has been for us, because we knew that people wouldn't want to go to New York. So that's why we thought Atlanta is the place.
Well, tell them a little bit about Ballethnic, and who do you hope will come through the door one day and say, I want to be taught?
Wow. So 35 years ago, Waverly and I, he's the co-founder, we just knew that we had to create a place for access for professional dancers. There were a lot of people training, but there was not a professional company where people, that could be their job and they didn't have to go somewhere else. So at this point, we have a whole generation of people, like 35 years, a lot of our students are doing some of the work that we once did. They are setting the ballets, teaching the pieces. So we want the next generation, for people that walk through the door, for it to be easier for them and them to be able to thrive.
Atlanta is such a hub for the arts, and there's so many theaters. So the work is there, I presume. They're trained, they're ready to go. Are they able to stay here and dance and make money?
That is what we've been working on, is making it a living wage, because being a classical artist is difficult anyway. So the more commercial arts, there seems to be more money, but we are gaining traction. And of course, with people like Ms. Spriggs and her legacy, she influences people to support us. And after 35 years, we are finally getting some traction. So we'll continue to work that way. We want our company to be the hub for the South. We're close to Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. We're located in East Point, right outside of Atlanta. So we have the perfect spot. So we think that it's going to work before we retire and pass the baton.
Well, I am hoping that Ballethnic will be on the stage of the River Center in Columbus in the not too distant future. It's a beautiful facility. You'll love it. I hope it happens.
Well, we'll make it work. We will make it work.
Any parting words?
Well, Mrs. Spriggs, she did pop in here somewhere. So I have my parting words is that I'm thankful. I have the gratitude for someone that's lived a healthy, fruitful life to give back to people, young people as we were then, and to help us move along.
I'll let the audience know that she's about to turn 100, and she was in one of our Zoom boxes, and somehow in the atmosphere it cut her out. But tell her happy birthday from midday.
Thank
And
you.
thank you for being with us. Oh, there
Oh,
she
there
is.
she is.
There she.
Wait,
Oh my goodness. You are not
yeah.
100. You are not 100.
I am 100. Is my camera right?
You are up and you are ready. We've got about a minute. We're going to add another minute since you came in. What would you like to say to the world, to the audience about your life and the hope for dance in the future?
Oh gosh, I'm very thankful and hopeful that dance will. So I'm sure it will survive because after all, it is a natural. And people like Nena who are passionate and disciplined, then it will have to survive. So I am very thankful for all of the students who go to Nena and to other dance companies, dance studios, and work hard at this. I'm sure they will become successful and dance will survive. So thank you so much.
Well, I'm going to start dancing so that at 100 I look just like you. Okay. Thank you so much for being with us.
Sure. Thank you for having me. I appreciate this.
It's an
And I'm
honor.
so thankful to Waverly, to Nena and Waverly, because they have done a beautiful job and they will continue. I'm sure they will continue regardless of all of the hardships that they have had.
Well,
And they have done a wonderful job.
ag-
And
again,
they will
happy
continue.
birthday. Enjoy your birthday.
Well, and thank you so much. Thank
you.
you.
Well, still to come.